Now the starters for the 7th race moving in behind the gate. Gate is approaching the top of the stretch. We have Dynamite Treasure and Von Doyle. Class and Jig Time, Wayne Mahar. Sales Convention with Todd Trites. Savage Advantage, John Davidson. Time to Fight, Tim Mercetti. Tough Ender with Steve Mahar. Bar Harbor with Gordy Hennessy. Whata High Hope and Gilles Barrieau. Here they come. They're off in Savvy's Advantage, rushing to the top from the far outside. Whata High Hope wings on the strongest second. Into the turn, Savage Advantage is the leader. Whata High Hope challenging up from the outside, bidding for the top as they race on by the 8th pole. And Whata High Hope takes the lead. Then Savage Advantage racing a second. A Dynamite Treasure has a third. Get along the rail and racing 4th. Class and Jig Time up from the outside. Driving on the 5th at his Sales Convention by the opening quarter. 30 seconds flat around the top turn. Whata High Hope leads a length and a half. Savage Advantage racing a second. Dynamite Treasure has 3rd. Class and Jig Time 4th. Then up from the outside, Sales Convention racing 5th. Swinging through the stretch now. They come driving onto the half. Up front and cutting it out. It is Whata High Hope. Then Savage Advantage is 2nd. Dynamite Treasure on the outside, Sales Convention. Following him with cover, Bar Harbor. On the inside, Class and Jig Time. Then on the outside, Tough Ender. And the trailer, Time to Fight. By the half, 102, they're rid of the turn. Racing to the 5/8 pole, pacing on top. Whata High Hope leads a length of a quarter. Savage Advantage is 2nd, 3 wide. Bar Harbor rushing on from 3rd, driving on. Then at the rail, Dynamite Treasure racing 4th. Sales Convention in between horses 5th. On the far outside, Tough Ender. Then 33. Class and Jig Time, 3/4, 33 and 2 around the top turn. Whata High Hope and up the rail to challenge now from 2nd comes Savage Advantage, and they swing off the top turn and head for home. Whata High Hope. Savage Advantage coming to on the outside, driving hard. Dynamite Treasure moves out, challenging 3rd. Whata High Hope holding though, and up the line it is Whata High Hope, Savage Advantage, then Dynamite Treasure tight between Bar Harbor and Sales Convention, then Tough Ender, Class and Jig Time, and Time to Fight, mile and 2:04. And parading now the winner of the 7th race, number 8, Whata High Hope, brown pacing horse, 5 years, by Stargaze Hanover. From Tennessee Millie, she by Raven Hanover. Owned by Clarence Leblanc of Dieppe, trained by Michael Morris. Gilles Barrieau getting his 3rd winning trip this afternoon. Whata High Hope in 2:04. Now the starters for the 6th race. Moving in behind the gate. The gate is moving. And approaching the top of the stretch, there's Forest Hill Rumpus with Von Doyle, Chatham High Hope, Gilles Barrieau, Avril's Fire, Steve Mahar. Magic Now with Steve Mason, Rox Nova, Charlie Ross, K.M. Sparkle with Gord Hennessy, Hillview Precious, John Davidson, Portrait of Janice, Rod Gogan. Here they come. There off Forest Hill Rumpus pacing with the lead. In between horses, Chatham High Hope, 3 wide, Rox Nova racing 3rd. And back along the rail, April's Fire is the 4th, Magic Down racing 5th, KM Sparkle, Hillview Precious, Portrait of Janice, and they're by the 8th. Now they go on up the backstretch, driving to the quarter pole. And Forest Hill Rumpus leads by 2, Chatham High Hope racing a 2nd. Then Rox Nova 3rd, April's Fire 4th, Magic Down is 5th, KM Sparkle, Hillview Precious, Portrait of Janice. They were by the opening quarter, 34 and 1, swinging around the top turn. Pacing out on top of his Forest Hill Rumpus has the best of it by 2. Chatham High Hope racing is 2nd, Rox Nova 3rd, April's Fire 4th. Here comes KM Sparkle. moving up on the outside 5th, and they drive through the stretch now and come racing to the half. Up front, pacing with the lead, Forest Hill Rumpus. Up on the outside, up the leader's wheel, Rocks Nova. Chatham High Hope third at the rail outside. KM Sparkle is 4th. They were by the half in 4 and 3. Then it's Averill's Fire, Hillview Precious, Magic down, Portrait of Janice. 4 in along the rail and 4 out and driving as they go on by the 5/8 pole now. The leader is Forest Hill Rumpus. Up on the outside of Rocks Nova, challenging second. Chatham High Hope at the rail, looking for room. On the outside, KM Sparkle 4th. Then it's Hillview Precious, Averill's Fire, Portrait of Janice, Magic down. 3/4, 1:35 and 4. Into the top turn, Forest Hill Rumpus still by a length. Forest Hill Rumpus, and on the outside, Rocks Nova. And up the rail, looking for room is Chatham High Hope. Now they swing for home, Forest Hill Rumpus. Chatham High Hope racing is second. Rocks Nova up along the inside, Averill's Fire. Coming to the line, it's going to be Forest Hill Rumpus. Forest Hill Rumpus, then Chatham High Hope, tight for second, third, 4th, and 5th between Portrait of Janice, Rocks Nova, Averill's Fire, then KM Sparkle, Hillview Precious, Magic down. Time for the mile, 2:06 and 4.
Now the starters for the 10th race. They're at the gate, and the gate is moving. 10th race starters behind the gate, approaching the top of the stretch from the rail. Whata High Hope with Gilles Barrieau. Time to Fight, Tim Merzetti. Class and Jig Time with Steve Mahar. Brad Zile and Brian Moore. Touch of Blue and John Davidson. Savvy's Advantage, Lonnie Stokes. Dynamite Treasure with Von Doyle and Bar Harbor, Gordy Hennessy. 8 starters, 10th race, and here they come. They're off. Whata High Hope from the rail, racing for the top. In between horses is Time to Fight. That's Touch of Blue in the middle of the racetrack, racing third, and they drive into the first turn with Whata High Hope quickly pacing out to a 1.5 length lead. Time to Fight has second as they pass the 8th with Touch of Blue racing third. That's Savvy's Advantage on the outside 4th. Class and Jig Time has 5th. Then Dynamite Treasure, Brad's Isle. The trailer is Bar Harbor as they make their way to the quarter, and under a tight hold is your leader past the quarter, Whata High Hope. 2.5 lengths and 29 and 4, and they drive into the turn. Whata High Hope 2 lengths now. Racing in second, Time to Fight. Touch of Blue has third. Outside 4th and parked is Savvy's Advantage, and they race by the 3/8 with Class and Jig Time racing on the rail 5th, and they're off the turn. And through the stretch, they come racing in front of the grandstand. For the first time, your leader remains Whata High Hope on top by about 2 lengths. Then it's Time to Fight in second. Touch of Blue has third. They're by the half in 1:01 and 4, and they race into the turn again. It's Whata High Hope pacing out on top. Time to Fight and Touch of Blue has third. Savvy's Advantage has been parked and hangs 4th on the outside. Class and Jig Time racing 5th. Brad's Isle moving 6th on the outside. Then Dynamite Treasure and Bar Harbor still trails, and they're up the backstretch now. To the 3/4, Whata High Hope, 2.25 lengths. Time to Fight, and Touch of Blue is off the rail from third to challenge, and they're by the 3/4. 1:31 and 4. Whata High Hope opens his lead now 3 lengths. Time to Fight and Touch of Blue. Brad's Isle has come to 4th. Class and Jig Time is racing 5th. Driving by the 7/8. Whata High Hope with a healthy 5-length lead, and here they come for home. Whata High Hope, well in hand, moves away from the field. Time to Fight. Brad's Isle on the outside is coming on. Touch of Blue in between horses, but up front, Whata High Hope, and here they are. Then Touch of Blue, Brad's Isle, followed by Time to Fight, Dynamite Treasure, then Class and Jig Time, Bar Harbor, and Savvy's Advantage. Time for the mile, 2:01 and 3. And Gilles Barrieau this time in our 10th race with number 1, Whata High Hope. Brown horse 5 is by Stargaze Hanover out of Tennessee Mini, she by Raven Hanover. Owned by Clarence Leblanc of Dieppe, trained by Mike Morris, Gilles Barrieau driving. From 2 starts this season, 2 wins for Whata High Hope. The This afternoon, 2:01 and 3, pacing his last half. In 59 and 4, last quarter 29 and 4 for number 1, Whata High Hope.
Sixth race, we're at the gate. The gate is moving towards the top of the stretch. 7 starters. There's Chatham High Hope with Gilles Barrieau, Bruce Chef with Von Doyle, Portrait of Janus with Rod Gauguin, Honeycomb with Gord Hennessy, Rocks Nova, Charlie Ross, April's Fire with Brian Moore, and Wee Maud, Ron Robertson. Here they come. They're off. Chatham High Hope takes the lead in along the rail. Rocks Nova up on the outside, challenging a second. Bruchef at the rail now to second. Rocks Nova outside is a third, moves to the rail. April's Fire racing a fourth. Portrait of Janus is a fifth. Honeycomb, Wee Maud trails, and they race on up the backstretch for the quarter. Pacing out on top, it is Chatham High Hope, leads by 2. Bruchef closing the gap, racing a second. Then Rocks Nova has a third. April's Fire racing fourth. Portrait of Janus, the opening quarter 34 and 2/5, and they swing into the top turn. Pacing with the lead, Chatham High Hope a length and a half. Bruchef racing a second. Rocks Nova third. April's Fire fourth. That is Portrait of Janus, Honeycomb, and Wee Maud trails, and they drive through the stretch now, and they come racing to the half. Up front, in command, it is Chatham High Hope. Chatham High Hope under a tight rein. Then Bruchef is second. Rocks Nova third. Half and 3 and 2. April's Fire out moving now from fourth. Portrait of Janus, Wee Maud, Honeycomb trails. They swing around the turn and go driving to the 5/8 full. It is Chatham High Hope. He's the leader by that marker. Up on the outside, April's Fire drives on to second. Then racing a third, that's Portrait of Janus off stride, now trailing to the 3/4 pole. Chatham High Hope by a length and a half. Bruchef racing second. April's Fire third. Rocks Nova is fourth. 1:36 and 1 by the 3/4 pole. Swinging into the top turn, Chatham High Hope still one on hand. Chatham High Hope at 2, Bruchef, Rocks Nova. Wee Maud has come to fourth. April's Fire, Honeycomb, way swinging for home, and it is Chatham High Hope moving away. Chatham High Hope, then Bruchef and Rocks Nova. Fifth winner today for Gilles Barrieau. Here he is with Chatham High Hope, then Bruchef, Rocks Nova, Wee Maud, April's Fire, Honeycomb, and Portrait of Janus. Time for the mile, 2:07. The winner this afternoon, it's Gilles Barrieau, this time with Chatham High Hope. She's a brown pacing filly. She's 3 by Chatham Light from Tennessee Mini. She by Raven Hanover. All but Clarence Leblanc at the ep, trained by Michael Morris. Gilles Barrieau's 5th winner this afternoon. Time for the mile, 2:07. No starters for our top attraction this afternoon. The 11th race, they're at the gate. Gate is moving. Approaching the top of the stretch, field of 6, there's Sonny Mack and Lonnie Stokes. Whata High Hope with Gilles Barrieau. Brad's Isle and Brian Moore. West Pointer with John Davidson. Baker Who with Gordy Hennessy. Mina's Accolade with Rick Collins. Here they come. They're off. Whata High Hope takes him out of there from the far outside. Mina's Accolade charging up second. Swinging into the turn, Whata High Hope is the leader. Baker Who between horses goes to second. Outside of him, Mina's Accolade. She's driving on to third. Sonny Mack is fourth at the rail. They're on up the backstretch and racing to the quarter. And pacing on top, it is Whata High Hope. He's out by 2. Baker Who is racing a second. Sonny Mack is third. Mina's Accolade parked to fourth. Behind her, the opening quarter, 29 and 3. Behind her is West Pointer, and at the rail, Brad's Isle. They swing around the top turn, Whata High Hope. Well on hand leads a length. Baker Who is second. They swing off the top turn now and drive on through the stretch, and here they come. They're racing to the half. What a High Hope cuts it out. Baker Who is racing second. Sonny Mac at the rail is third. Midas Accolade hanging a fourth. That is Brad's Island, West Pointer, and the half in 1:01 and 2. They swing into the turn for the second time, driving out of the 5/8 pole. It is What a High Hope, well in hand, leading but two. Baker Who is second, Sonny Mac third, Brad's Isle, Midas Accolade, and West Pointer. Up the backstretch, they drive to the 3/4 pole. What a High Hope still leads by two, and he's well in hand. Then it's Baker Who. Brad's Isle up on the outside, drives on third. Sonny Mac fourth. 1:32 and 3 by the 3/4 pole. Into the top turn, What a High Hope, still but two. Baker Who is racing second. Sonny Mac racing a third. Brad's Isle a fourth. West Pointer at Midas Accolade, and they spring for home. And it is What a High Hope. What a High Hope moving away. Baker Who, Sonny Mac, Brad's Isle at the line. Seventh time this afternoon. Gilles Barrieau with the winner. Then Sonny Mac, tight between Baker Who and Brad's Isle, West Pointer, and then Midas Accolade. 2:02 and 3. Time for the mile, 2:02 and 3. And out the wire now for his seventh winner this afternoon. That ties the EPR record for wins on a single card. Ties Gilles Barrieau with Steve Mahar. This time, Gilles winning with What a High Hope. They're on facing horse 5, but Stargaze Hanover. From Tennessee, Millie C by Raven Hanover. All but Clarence Leblanc at the up. Trained by Michael Morris. Gilles Barrieau driving. What a High Hope, 2 and 3. And congratulations to Gilles Barrieau. 7 winners today.